What's up, team? So, I think we have 6 of you on the Workplate team now, hacking on this, moving forward on it. I think that's awesome. Maybe we're up to 7. And Abhishek is a new guy joining us. What I'd like to do is, I think we've all had a lot of time to think about this, start dreaming a little about the future. And first off, I am going to be going to SF in the next couple of days. It is Tech Week out there, so there's just an abundant amount of awesome people and network. So me having a demo on my laptop, super key. I know we're in the phases of improving, testing, developing, but having something to show now is really gonna be amazing. A week from now, that's when I had my meeting with one of the original founders of Theo Fellowship. That's who pushed like Vitalik Buterin, who was younger than all of us in creating Ethereum. Fundamentally, what I want you guys to understand about building stuff that has the massive capability to change the world, what I've found, the stories that I hear in meeting these people, and even myself, my own story in college was all based on belief, backed by action. Because if the belief is strong enough or real enough, the action follows organically. So if you can understand that, you can actually bring out the belief more. You can understand that the real thing that you just need is the belief, and for it to bring the action. We are going to be telling an incredible, awesome story and all of the different things that are being pushed on right now. I think this is part of the highest compounding interest point. Right when we're taking this and me putting it in front of people that have been building relationships with a long time. Richard specifically is one of the top 5 AI NLP researchers, sold his first company for $30 million to Salesforce, has an AI venture fund, is friends with the founders of Google. So everything we need is in front of us. And you guys are my, entire front line in terms of making this truly happen. And so one thing that I want to do now, I had written this inside of my Notion. I could not find it. I literally spent the past hour trying to find this writing. I have no idea what happened. But it was a writing about why, for the multitude of reasons, I choose Workplete as this expansive, big vision. Why it's so exciting. And now that we've all had time to work on this stuff, I would like for each person today to put on something nice, make yourself look good. I'm gonna put this together as a team video, and just sit down, make sure you have a good camera. If your phone camera's not good, go find an uncle or friend or aunt who has a good camera. You guys will know somebody. And set it up, make sure the lighting's good. And if you want to do it from your computer and film a Loom video, make a small presentation, go for that. Or if you want to take it off the cuff, you can do that as well. I'm gonna do it off the cuff. I find that works best for me. I find that I have spent so much time thinking about this stuff that I can. Probably better for you guys to at least write a baseline script. But really the basis of it is, why is Workplete so exciting to you? The field of just creating autonomous agents, turning our computer into Jarvis. What do you see that future is? Etc., etc. This is just gonna be a team video we put together. I wanna use this to recruit new team members who might wanna join all of us. So show all the cool people that we've already brought together inside of the team today. Anyways, for my bit, my name's Jack, and I'm the founder and CEO of Workplete. Workplete is the vision of turning your work into something that is complete. Where do we start that? My name's Jack, and I'm the founder and CEO of Workplete. The name is built for you to understand what it does. It helps your work become complete. That's the most interesting and exciting field to me today in all that exists, because if we really think about where AI changes the trajectory of the human race and affects the way that we operate and have the capability to be creative and build things online and interact with each other, it's really decreasing the amount of our IQ and mental points that we need to use to go onto our computer and to go to get stuff done. General intelligence, what we're starting to really birth in AI, is unlocking this. To that degree, language, our creative function, the thing we use to send information to each other, to ask to get things done, is something we can now ask the digital super intelligences that we have created. It's a little even more obvious when you think about this on the scale of physical robots, and you say, hey, go pick up my shoes, go grab me a coffee, and it could go do that. That's obviously much harder than doing that in the digital realm. But cool enough, there's far more wealth in digital work. This push and showing the world of what AI is capable of today, to me, follows the path of, if I had to inform the world and talk about what we needed to do today in order to give the world the best chance of having a happy-go-lucky time through the phase of AI getting far stronger, it would be exactly this. So it's awesome that it lines up, because at the end of the day, the reason I've been doing business is to kind of make a systemic impact on the world. I'm not here to make money. I am here to try to create heaven, utopia, moksha, whatever you want to call it, and bring that. And I think the best way we can do that is for everyone to gain this existential acceleration. Why do I think that way? Why am I someone who has turned their pace and self towards doing that? It's because I've been very existentially accelerated. I've kept it in my mind, and I've watched every sci-fi movie and YouTube video since I've been young that I can get my hands on, to give me that sense of wonder and awe of the time that we're in human history and in the cosmos. And I'm lucky to have naturally liked that sort of stuff. This existential stuff, for a lot of people, is really uncomfortable. This uncomfortableness is not a really bad uncomfortableness. It's the uncomfortableness like growing pains in your legs when you're getting older. It's true growth. It's the maturity I think of as our soul, of a connection with what is. And I think a lot of people today don't recognize the future that is coming with AI. So I think the best thing that we could do is to have everyone push their own internal intelligence towards looking at this and saying, what will the future be like based on this thing getting stronger? What does it enable for you? What does it enable for people to work on? So I feel very strongly about that. One of the big things not talked about by the big AI companies today that I would love Workplete to be able to bring into the discussion is AI governance. So it's something that's a topic, but it's simply talked about on the surface level of AI governance. I want to be hosting hackathons about this. I want to be hosting public forums. I want to be seeding this out as one of the most important things that there is for the world to look at and talk about today, to get excited about the best solutions. I believe there are amazing solutions out there. I believe there are solutions that can patch the amount of corruption that there is today in our standard government system, even democracies which try to represent the people. Obviously, for many countries like America, they don't do an amazing job. It's an old system, and it's a system that has built a political class. I won't go too deep into that, but it is a big piece of why it is so exciting on a truly spiritual level, on a heroic level, on a make my parents proud level, on a make the universe proud level, to be able to build a company that gains recognition in this space, that pushes forward this field of non-threatening AI, that is truly focused on just making it easier to work with our computers, to give existential acceleration to the world, and to start having these big future ideas like AI governance have more real platforms to be spoken on. Not mentions in a blog post, but truly media and videos helping to inform and educate people about this future. The core of that is basically creating Jarvis. It's Jarvis for your computer. It's an AI executive assistant. It's turning your workflow into something that is understood by an AI. Like if you had an executive assistant there watching what you're doing, understanding what you're doing, and then allowing you then rather to think a thought and turn that thought into muscle actions based on your visual reference, to be able to simply speak that thought and have it be processed through the visual referencing portion of the computer, if necessary, because for the most part, simply through language, we're able to completely figure out what to do next. So obviously, it's a whole new way to work with your computer. It's the early stage, but it's the most exciting tool ever for me. I have loved automating stuff since I was young. That is how I've succeeded in different businesses. It's always been a leg up, is the capability to make things easier for myself by building quick automations. And now it's never been easier to sort of just whip up those tools without needing to know code, and with just being able to even speak and move your cursor. That's pretty exciting. I'm super excited about the future of this project, of Workplete, and of playing a role in the world, coming to recognize what the future holds and what things we need to educate each other on in order to make that all go great as it can be. Thanks for listening in. And if you do want a job at Workplete, please go contact us, jobs@workplete.com. We are looking to build the Omega team. This is a great story by Max Tegmark at the beginning of Life 3.0. It's a book I would recommend to anyone who wants to learn more about AI. If you look up Omega Team on YouTube as well, there is an amazing video.